Hello, everyone, and welcome to Teacher Nolan's English Podcast. Today is podcast number 12, Pets Around the World. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Teacher Nolan's English Podcast, the show that helps you learn English while exploring interesting topics from around the world. I'm your host, Teacher Nolan, and today we're going to talk about pets. But before we begin, if you're listening on YouTube, I recommend checking out my Patreon accounts. For a monthly subscription, you will find a classroom-style English course that will help you improve your English. Transcripts, comprehension quizzes, and vocabulary words are all included with the subscription. Pets are animals that people keep for companionship and love, and they come in many shapes, sizes, and types. In this episode, we'll explore different kinds of pets and how people care for them in various countries. So grab a cup of tea or coffee, and let's dive in. Common pets. Let's start with the most common pets. Around the world, cats and dogs are the most popular choices. Why? Well, they're loyal, loving, and fun to have around. Dogs, for example, are called man's best friend because they are so loyal. Cats, on the other hand, are independent and easy to care for. In the United States, about 70% of households have a pet, and many of these are cats or dogs. In Japan, small dogs like Shiba Inus and Dachshunds are very popular because many people live in small apartments. Cats are also loved because they don't need a lot of space. Discussion question number 1. What do you think makes cats and dogs so popular as pets? Do you prefer one over the other? I think cats and dogs are very popular because they are somewhat large, so you can play with them, you can pet them, and they are relatively easy to take care of. For dogs, you need to take them outside, give them water, food, shelter, and take them to the vet every once in a while. This is the same with cats, except you do not need to walk them outside. I do not have any pets, but if I had to pick a cat or a dog, I would pick a dog, just because they are more friendly and I find them more fun to play with. Unusual pets. Now let's talk about some unusual pets. Did you know that in Thailand, some people keep exotic animals like iguanas or even snakes? While this might seem strange to some, these pets are fascinating and unique. In Mexico, birds are a common pet. Parrots, for example, are colorful and can even learn to talk. In European countries like Germany, rabbits and guinea pigs are popular pets for families with children. These animals are small, soft, and very friendly. Some people in the Middle East even keep falcons as pets. Falcons are birds of prey and are often used for hunting in traditional sports. Discussion question number 2. What is the most unusual pet you have ever seen or heard about? Would you like to have an unusual pet? The most unusual pet I have heard about is a fox. I know someone in the United States that owns a fox and takes care of it. It requires a lot of attention because it is not a normal animal like a cat or a dog, but they enjoy having this pet. I would not like an unusual pet. I think it takes a lot of dedication and responsibility to take care of it, and I personally do not want to take on that responsibility of owning a pet. Caring for pets. No matter where you are in the world, taking care of a pet is a big responsibility. Pets need food, water, and exercise. For example, dogs need to go on walks every day to stay healthy. Cats need a clean litter box and love to play with toys. Even fish need a clean tank and the right kind of food. In colder countries like Russia, people make sure their dogs and cats have warm places to sleep during the winter. In warmer countries like Brazil, people give their pets plenty of water and shade to stay cool. Discussion question number 3. What are some important things to consider before getting a pet? I think one of the most important things to consider before getting a pet is how long the pet will live. Many pets can live 10, 15, 20 years, or in the case of turtles, they can live much longer than that. Some people do not realize the responsibility that you have when buying a pet. I think also another thing to consider is if you like to travel, traveling with pets can be very difficult. Not only does it require more attention, but it often can cost a lot of money. putting the animal in a pet hotel, or purchasing a pet ticket for the flight. Cultural differences. Pets are loved in every culture, but how people treat pets can be very different. In India, cows are considered sacred and are often treated like family members in some areas. While they're not exactly pets, this shows how much people can care for animals. In the UK, dogs often wear coats or sweaters during the winter because it's so cold. In South Korea, there are even dog cafes where you can bring your dog or play with other people's dogs. In Australia, some people keep kangaroos as pets. Of course, this is not common, but it shows how unique the animals are in different parts of the world. Discussion question number 4. How do people treat pets in your country? Are there any special traditions or customs? In the United States, many people treat pets like a part of the family. They will give them clothes in the winter so they are not as cold. They purchase very expensive food to give them the best health benefits. So I think they are very well considered here in the United States. There are some special traditions with pets here in the United States. Many people like to take them to dog parks to play with other dogs. Here in America, there are also many dog and horse shows where people will compete to show off their dog. If it is a unique type of animal, you can win a lot of money, a lot of prizes, and it is a very unique part of the pet culture here in America. That's all for today's episode of Teacher Nolan's English Podcast. We've learned about common pets like cats and dogs, unusual pets like parrots and iguanas, and how people around the world care for their furry, feathered, and scaly friends. Remember, pets bring a lot of joy, but they also need love and attention. Before we go, I have a quick task for you. Think about your favorite pets or a pet you would like to have. Write a short paragraph about why you would like that pet and what you would do to take care of it. Share your answers with me on our podcast page or send me a message. You can find me on Patreon at Teacher Nolan English. Here you will find a lot of useful content for learning English. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you liked it, please subscribe to Teacher Nolan's English Podcast for more fun and educational episodes. See you next time, and take care.